everybody, my name is Farmer Phil and today's video is supposed to be the hottest day of the year. We have the knockoff Pit Vipers live bottoming and I do quite like the functionality of them. The style of them is questionable but very functional, very functional. We are in the coon baler and I forgot my camera, that's why I'm on the phone. Yeah, what them early mornings. I got about 4 hours sleep last night. It was 2:30 last night when we got the last of the bales brought in. And yeah, 2 balers on the go this morning. We're with a customer. Eric is just rolling in front of me. Brendan has started another field. I just caught up to where Eric is. There's a nice little bit to be done. Hoping to be finished the silage baling by about 11 o'clock-ish. And then we'll be moving on to baling hay for a customer. And around 12 then I will be leaving to go upon the big square baler, start baling our own hay and hay for a customer. Eric is hard at it here. He's all the rowing to do, and actually saying that we have another driver coming to us to give us a dig out, and we're pulling out the class rake as well as the John Deere baler. So Eric is hard at it. So, yeah, we might do a little bit of filming on the phone. Hope you enjoyed the live video from the other day. If you didn't catch it, check it out. We filmed a live for Wednesday's video because we're just balls to the wall busy with getting ready for this hay that we've done. We have about 45-50 acres left to be baled today for ourselves. So not too bad, should be doable. Hopefully there's no random thunderstorms this evening and we'll be able to get all done. One of the best things about the coon, and every time I say coon, I think of Coon and Friends in South Park. But the best thing, I have my wrap in. I don't have to get out to fold out wheels or do anything. I just press unlock. She's live, press play so that she goes into auto mode and then turn on the PTO. We're ready to rock. Throttle on. So yeah, that's what's happening. Father Phil is at home, he's going to start turning the meadows. The other drivers go pull out the John Deere baler, get head serviced up to bale hay later for ourselves, as well as do raking. When he has the baler done, then I think he's put on the rake, down grease, and then he's going to start rowing. Eric will be rowing as well, just to make sure we get through it all. So that's more or less the plan. So I got to ring Eric to let him know what fields is to be done here. And it's actually not too bad a crop now, not too heavy. We're on the barrels, so apparently enough. She rolls in, she cuts, she opens. Send Eric on the drop pins for the next 2 fields, so all going to plan. We should be finished by about 10 o'clock this evening with all our hay bale, everything. We stayed out late last night and we baled up, I don't know, 25 acres of silage after we finished baling hay from the live stream. So just to make sure that we get it all done. When I get back to the yard, the windows are covered in pollen and road muck from the last couple of days action. So when I get back, I have to change the shaft on the tractor from a 6 spline 540 speed to a 21 spline 1000 speed for the big square baler, so when we change that we'll give the windows a quick wash. Yeah, we're cruising. Bale's popping and I know I can go a bit faster. Well, I'm not going to go faster than I put down the foot. But 2 balers in the one field is probably a little bit too much because we'll be kind of just going around each other. So I'm just going to chase Eric on the rake to the next field and then Brendan finish off the 2 fields that's in here. So I think on how we're getting on, we could be putting Eric under pressure. We're well able to keep up with him now anyway. You know it's bad, I didn't film it because we're just turning in off the road. But he was just through the gate and he was unfolding it. So we don't want to put too much pressure on him because sometimes when lads are under pressure, that's when mistakes can happen. But anyway, we'll be keeping the sword steered out of his way so he won't have to lift it as often. But yeah, we're cruising and baling. We've both moved into the next 2 fields for the customer we're with. So Brendan's baling, Eric is more or less just one swath ahead of both of us. So happy out. Dog going to pick up a wee bit. But yeah, tipping away now nicely. This is the last bit of silage I'll be baling today when I have this field done and go ahead for the hay. There is one other smaller field. Brendan has more silage to bale than later on, so he's got to be sticking to the silage for like And we're back now with the coon in the shed. And we're going to swap her over to the massive big square baler. I forgot to film the Hayward bale when I made 30 odd bales there. Brendan is baling away. There's another job is coming for that to be baled, so Eric's going on to row that, then that, and then yada yada yada. The class rake I think is going, the John Deere baler is in the yard service, but I don't see a tractor on it yet, so Father Phil must be back from turning. We made good time, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. She's in the shed now because she probably won't be out again till the next rain, so we will leave her in there. As much as it's very warm in the sun, there's a lovely, real lively breeze here in the shed, and it's cooler. It'll be a lovely day to be sitting by a river, beach, some kind of water course, in the shade, that breeze, oh, that would be ideal. But for those of us who love hardship, that's not an option. So anyways, that's big. Just going to wash the pollen off the windows now for upon the big square. You get the camera. Hopefully it's the last bit from this video, or this camera. So yeah, just try and get all this pollen that's stuck to the windows. Might see a bit better. I get the two hands out, give it a good scrub now. And we are on the good camera now, and we are at the high point of the day, 2 o'clock. The heat, there's a good breeze, a really, really lively breeze, the best kind of hay weather you could ask for. But the heat, the breeze is even warm. So we have our 21 spline shaft is on, we have our wide jaw in. So let's go upon the baler. We're ready to rock. Ooh, yeah. And yeah, to keep that lively breeze, we might be able to bail with the door open. That, and with, like, the wind will blow dust one way, and when you turn around you just close the door, and then you turn around and you open it up. Yes. Right, you get to it. Full ball there, empty. Good, 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 good. So we're good there. The breezer. Grease in it. We should be good. Let's go around and check the other side. So on one side of the baler, that side is doing the tops of the twines, and then this side is doing the bottom. This is a double knocker, so she ties on and off each bale. So she goes up, she ties, and when she goes back down in the knocker, she ties again. Starts the next bale. So one side puts the string that goes across the top, and then this side puts the string across the bottom. So job is a good one. This one wants to be tied onto that. See, can you see? So we get the right hand. You want to make sure you always get the right hand. Make sure it doesn't get caught in that. Just get them. Now, that's it. So I think we might just go into the yard and throw in 3 balls into it. That way I know I should have enough. After that, she's golden. She was all greased up yesterday, so she should be grand. So we'll just go into the yard, throw three new spools in her, and then we'll be on. Now that's us loaded up. And as with most of our baling videos, today's video is sponsored by Tama for all your crop packaging solutions. We have Tama's twine in the baler, ready to rock and roll. We've been using the last couple of years. Perfect stuff. Perfect stuff. So whether it be twine, easy web, or the recycle net, or just general old net, Tama, the place to go. Anyways, we head out from under this, find the handle, close her down, and we'll be on and get some big squares. And all going to plan, if it works how it did well yesterday, I won't have to get out once. I got out once because I stuffed it, but apart from that, I will be very happy. Very, very, very happy. But if I have to start going in knockers and stuff, I will not be very, very happy. I'll be very, very, very annoyed, because Great machine, but by J's are these dusty yokes. So we are bailing away here now. Literally in, drop the pickup and go. So we're chugging away here in 2C, so 5 kilometers an hour. So all I'm watching is the pickup and seeing how much, if it starts to build up in front of the pickup, it kind of stops going in and starts piling up. That's when you know you're going too fast, you gotta slow her down. And if you know you're going too slow, if that wee dot there doesn't blink every plunger stroke. Every plunger stroke, and that blinks is a flake going in, so you want one every plunger. If you're not going fast enough. And after that, it's just watch the lollipops dancing. So they're just finished dancing there now. Now me second one on this side. Well, it'll be my third one going from that way across. It's sticking in the bill hook, and if it doesn't come on the third plunge, you have to get out. Now I got away without only doing it once yesterday. I give it a bit of a clean and a good oiling. So fingers crossed, and plays ball for me today. We don't have to get out. But one thing I will say, there's a lovely crosswind in this field. There's a breeze coming in that side window. Across my back is just absolutely gorgeous. See the light pops going, and all them are dancing. That's all we gotta watch for. And we just keep chugging away here. 5k an hour. Field seems to be all that. Now that this is being rode with the class rake there, and that's is a 3000 series. It is not one of our 3000 series. It belongs to a cousin of mine, and he's given us a dig out with his tractor, 3085. So class rake is out again just to try and speed the job up. So hopefully we don't bail any arms. That is the one thing I am afraid of. But fingers crossed we don't. Won't be the first time. I've already put a tine off the class through this. Don't ask me how. Do not ask me how. It was in the middle of a flake. Just leave it at that. Another bail. So we keep chugging away here, and fingers crossed there's not much mentionable today other than the heat. Fingers crossed. I'll be very, very happy if that's it, just complaining about it. Anyways, touch all the wood around me. Let's make some big square bails. We had to pull the class rake out this time last year as well when we done all the hay, so it's useful having the second rake. Not that it gets a lot of use, but yeah. That old girl that just cannot keep arms on it. Anyways, but still have it. None of what I have just recorded, but I think I have it going there now. We got the twine tied back on, it's tied off, come off in the top, not on the bottom. Thankfully the bottom is a pain in the arse, so you gotta get in under it. But yeah, I don't know what happened there. The camera just decided it wasn't going to record. So fingers crossed. We won't know until she goes to knock the next bale whether it's going to work or not. Fingers crossed. So she's dancing away there, so that means we got it. Working. Happy days. Fingers crossed. She stays that way now. And field is bailed, apart from the back sward where Brendan has just arrived to start bailing. That's being wrapped with a customer wants haylage, so we're bailing the back swards off the fields for that job. So I'm on 280 for the last 2 days now, well yesterday and today, so we got 120 odd out here. We're 115, which is 165 in other fields. So we're just about to leave to go bail for a customer. We're only about 20-30 bales, not too much, so it shouldn't take too long, but we'll get him done Let me get back up here. Father Phil is baling with the deer John out in the other field, slowly but surely. And no doubt, he'll want a rematch of a race of last year. I already know who's going to win. Provided the baler keeps going, I know who will win. Non-stop big squares. Anyways, we're going to bay on. Get over done. There's no, even the air is hot now. We're at the peak. Whew! It is rough. But we'll get through it, and we look forward to 6 o'clock when it starts to cool. And by jingles, it's like being in a sauna. So we are cruising here. So, middle of the field to bale. We already baled the headlands and silage there 3 days ago. So, we're cruising in D, so we're doing 6 kilometers an hour. So, nice speed, nice cruising speed. So we keep chugging away here. Every plunge is like, but. Anyways, we keep cruising, we get this done and get back. There's a woeful haze out, so there is. It is just so humid, it's savage. There's going to be rain this evening. The thunder and lightning is going to be something fierce. On our way back to the field now, after finishing for our customer. So happy days. And best things you can do in this weather, we're just passing by one of our farms there, and I just call in, check the cows, big drinker, or I just dunk my arms in. Get the arms wet, get the face wet, get the hair wet, and it's like instant cooling. It is amazing. And then you just kind of drip dry for a bit and then you're grand. You're warm and sweaty before you know it, but it's just so bloody good. So anyways, we tip on back out here. Father Phil, I was just talking to him, has 70 rounds made, and he's just changing fields. He wants me to finish out the big field in squares just to fulfill what we've sold for customers out of that field, and then we'll go chase them in other fields. So that's kind of where we're at. George is there moving all the squares I'm making sure that everything is going to be in a shed for tonight. So just in case we do get any of these thunderstorms, flash flooding, hails, you listen to the radio there on the news, you'd think it was going to be nearly apocalyptic, and maybe it is out in the west. They are really talking it up. I've seen someone on TikTok saying there was a possibility of a tornado, which is just, newspaper never refuses ink though at the same time. So, but yeah, forecast on the phone says we're not to get in, but it's so humid at the minute. It is chronic, and you wouldn't know what could come when the temperatures fall a bit. But anyways, it is just after 5 o'clock. Let's get to the field and keep on chugging out these big square bales. But you won't believe me if I told you, but it's just after starting to start raining. Like, fuck that. Anyways, just doing a bit down here at the bottom of the field. Now, we have an old saying, it's not raining unless you turn on the wipers. Now all of a sudden, I say we could just get a cloudburst. We could be unlucky now. Fuck it anyways. You just look at the sky in front of me there, it's just black. I don't know how way the wind is going. I think that's blowing straight in across us. I think we're going to get caught. I think it could be game over. We'll keep going till the baler starts squealing at me, and then we know we're going too far. So let's hope it passes over without dropping too much. You get away with a few drops, but more than a few drops now will cause trouble. A few drops you wouldn't know how dry it is. That blackness of that sky is not just what you want to see now. Hey. I also have to, as much as I'm in a rush now, I also need to make sure I don't overdo it and block the pickup, because then I'm going to get less done than if I was going a bit slower. So we got to find that right balance and watch ourselves tightly. Cross every bloody bone in my body that just fizzles along and clears off. That is not what we want. There's still too much hay we're still rolling hay. We're not. We're still a good bit off having it all baled now. Here, we need another at least 3-4 hours at least. Come on, pop up. I'm going to pull away the camera so I can pay maximum attention to the baler. And we try and cruise along and try and get as much of this done in case this comes wrong. So we are cruising here, getting through it. You can see the haze. And like, that's not that far, Moidu Mountain as we call it. I think it has to be Moidu Mountain. It's not that terrible far, there's an awful haze. We're going fine. George is there, drawn in along with the cousin. Now he's going to draw on with the 3085, he's on the kilo loader. And George is loading them onto it, bringing them in and getting them put into the shed. So we're currently at 376 bales. Yes, 365. 211 bales today. Alright. So we're fairly motoring through it now. Tipping away there at 6 kilometers an hour. We can maintain that speed, we shouldn't be too long getting through it. Also, for those of you wondering how my flat lifting went in that video where we done the pond, as you can see, the pond is still there. So it did not work. Unfortunately, the other bit's lovely and dry, but looks like we couldn't break the skin on that. Don't ask me why. It's random that how we went from not having a pond to having a pond. Oh, whatever. It might dry out, it might come back, but showing no sign of going yet anyways. We've just changed to the inside field, 5 acre field in here. Not leaving that for the front baler to be wrapped. Flying through it. Moistures, you're probably wondering about moisture, so I always talk about moisture when we usually be at this shop. But this tractor doesn't have the moisture meter in it. The moisture meter is only in the 99, so I don't know. But the one thing I do know is this big square baler don't bale hay if it ain't fit. So I'm looking at my pressures there, and my pressures are running around 420 to 1000. And that's to do with the squeeze on the back chamber for the press of the bales to get the pack on them. So I would call that a good sign of dry hay. So still looking good. I think this is my last bale. I think Father Phil is the rest of it all bale. All the other bits and bobs. After these 3 big fields there was 1 acre there, 2 acres there, 3 acres there, 4 acres there, 10 acres there, 4 acres there, 2 acres there. I think that was it then. So we're on the final hurdle here now. Happy days. I will be glad to be finished because a good cold shower and a nice cold drink will not go astray. Anyways, I also know that when this job is done, I will won't be finished because we will be probably going to start drawing all these bales in. There's so many of them gone in, but there's still a nice few. I'm over 400 bales met out, so there's a lot of drawing in 400 bales. But seeing that the difference between 400 of these bales and 400 round bales, this one in the corner there, and about 40 plus of these onto the trailer. They're only got 30 odd, not even 30 on the rounds of the trailer. So you get a whole lot more moves with these than rounds. One of the big benefits of them. Anyway, pretty bad. So I just moved on now. We're with Father Phil. He's baling out here. Last 2 fields to be done, and it's a race to beat the Jew. So I think it has gone 9 o'clock. No, it's 9:15. So it's a race now to beat the Jew. That's the second time that's happened. Just filmed Father Phil baling the last word there, me making my last bale, him making his last bale, and then I realised the camera didn't turn on. That's like the second or third time that's happened today. Sorry if this video is very much just me in the cab. Pressure was on to get the job done, get hauled in. The dew was coming down, I could see it in my moisture, or my pressures there. So it's just gone 9:15. And the bale count is 466 bales between today and yesterday. Or actually 470. 470 because there was 10 bales for a customer that so that will sustain us. I don't know how many Father Phil had. Everyone is up now for grub. So we'll grub, refuel, restock, cool down and see what the plan is. So yes. That is the joys of the job. I will look forward to the shower this evening. Leave a bit though. Bit of grub out, although I feel the worst of it now. I'm going to have to rebale a bale at the bust, and I have to go back to the yard, and then we have to gather all these square bales. The lack of sleep last night is catching up with me, so I was only in bed for 4 hours and I didn't sleep for them 4, so whatever. There's the eyes are sore from the dust. But yeah, we might film a bit when we go start gathering bales, we might not. I definitely don't feel better of eating. Oh jeez, it's too warm. Anyways, keep the bright side out, we'll keep going. Oh, that was it. How many bales? We had 170 and 431, so that's nearly 600 bales. I noticed it fine. Oh, just under 600 bales say, of hay between rounds and squares. Been the last 2 days of our own, not including another, I suppose we made another, I'd say 120 or 150 bales on the country between rounds and squares too, and hay. And not including the silage as well that was made. So, yeah, it has been busy. Anyways, we'll go on, we'll get our bit done. We crack in these hours till it's time to go to bed. That's all I'm looking forward to. Let's evacuate the chamber. Nearly there. Dum. Hey. This might actually be the first time I've managed to get the baler empty. When I mean empty, I mean empty. Although this bale is stretched because I had it half pulled and then knotted it. But I pick it up with the bucket to tell you I don't mind if I get all the hay that's in this out. I will be a very happy boy. A very, very happy boy. And it's empty. We'll drive forward. So I won't pick up at the forks, but she's empty. Like empty. Never had it empty. Also could do with the last time when we baled the big field in hay last year, this build up of stuff gave me hard trouble. Didn't seem to be bothering it this time though. For whatever reason. Build up like short, dusty kind of grass in the catch points. Well, it's well stuck in it now. You need want to bar at that, and it's the same down along that side. That's actually not as bad. Anyways, she's empty. First time ever where I haven't had to get into it to empty it. Successes. We'll take that as a win. I can't remember the last time I was this warm, this late. Oh. So put in a handle in here. I did here. Twist them. Hey! Up she goes. Boom! Bada boom. That is all our hay done for this year. I don't think we'll get any more. We have 2 more meadows. They're going to go in with our second cut silage. They'll both be first cuts, but they're going to our second cut. That be the plan. It emptied itself. If I wasn't as tired, I'd be more ecstatic. That has it first. And it is 3 days since the hay was baled, and we have it all in. Now some of this hay is in and has to be loaded and delivered to customers because we needed to get off the field to make sure the rain didn't get on it. Thankfully we had the shed power washed out in preparation, so she is clean And the smell of hay from here is, oh, it's just that, yeah, I don't know what it is, but when you get real nice good hay and the smell of real good hay just fills the air, it's quite nice. What's all in? We have 2 sheds full. We have the shed here at home, we have another shed in an out farm full of hay, and we will probably, I think when all is sold and delivered or gone and delivered, we'll have about 20 or 30 bales for ourselves. And we'll have 170 round bales. Some of them are sold, some of them aren't sold. If anyone's looking for round bales of hay, which probably at this rate, because there was a lot of hay made, there probably isn't too many, but I think we do have round bales of hay to sell. We don't have any squares, unless you're after 1 or 2. We might sell 1 or 2, but we won't be selling any sizable amount, because we more or less just made what we needed and a few then to keep the goats fed for the winter. But yeah, all is safely gathered in. It's finally cooled down after Thursday. We did put this all in Thursday night. We finished up at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I didn't film any because I was absolutely dying. I had to go for a shower, change the clothes, and went back out. And I got into the telly. Aircon works in the teleporter. Best thing ever, but it was that warm still outside. The condensation was forming on the outside of the window. I couldn't even wipe it off it. It was wild. But thankfully, all's in. It's all over. We can recuperate to the next dry spell. And the next dry spell there won't be as much to be done. So hopefully we've a lot of seeding to get done. And hopefully we'll get tackling into that in the next dry spell, which I think for long range is saying next weekend could be coming good. Coming quite good. So we'll go again. But anyways, look, I hope you enjoyed today's video. As always, please like and subscribe to the channel. Videos every Tuesday, Wednesday and Sunday. And that's it for me. Good luck.